The key to job ads, okay, to reading job ads, as you said, they can be sometimes just so confusing the way they're worded. The key to them is read it once, read it again, and read it with someone else. If you read a job ad and you think, this is actually something I'm really interested in, take the initiative, go and ask. It's a positive thing to the employer. This person is keen.
Jobcare is an agency that helps long-term unemployed people get back up on their feet and into work. Our courses would range from an employment preparation course, which is a 4-week course that literally helps someone identify their skills, bringing them through to a point of a mock interview in a company somewhere. We've got about 46 people on a FOSS community employment scheme, and they're people that are on kind of work experience with us, as well as learning how to work and get training towards what they want to do in the future.
My CV, like the profile, what way will I lay it out, like my profile?
I was out of work for nearly a year, you know. I did a job interview course, you know, which was 4 weeks, which was really good, you know, very, very beneficial. I actually got a job out of it. I presented myself so well, like at the interview, you know, that way I knew when I came out the door, like I said, oh yeah, I have a good chance of getting this, you know, that way.
Basically, it was all interview skills, but what worked best for me was the whole self-esteem and confidence. Like, I'm actually a recovering addict now at the moment. Like, I came straight from therapy into Jobcare, like, and it really helped with confidence and self-esteem, like, because I'd never really been to interviews before, you know, and this was a major help. Like, I learned so much.
A few years prior to starting Jobcare, I was out of work myself with an accident, but during that time I was seeing a lot of my friends who were either coming out of college or being let go from work, and I found them, you know, kind of getting very depressed. Long-term unemployment can really damage communities and really damage individuals. It can often lead into drink or drugs being taken and people becoming alcoholics or drug addicts, which then often leads into crime. We see it where there's 3 generations of unemployment still in Dublin City, and you can, if you go around some parts of the city, you can really have that sense that there is hopelessness and despair in these communities.
What do you start with?
One graduate of Jobcare's programme is Special Needs Assistant Margaret Gavin.
I left school when I was 14 and then I went to work, and I went to work in a meat factory. So for 10 years I was just doing the same thing. The back of my mind was, what can I do? I can only wrap sausages. Because that's all I done for, like, when I was 14 up to I was 24. When I started Jobcare, I was very into myself. I was very shy. I had no confidence. I was just a total wreck. At the time, I was going through a breakup. My sister just got me in to do the course to kind of get me motivated again. I went and done the employment preparation course. That went for 4 weeks, and then I got a job in Jobcare. I started to believe in myself. And so that's 10, and what's these called?
Units.
Very good. For me to go to college, go back to college, that's a big achievement. And to say to my children, this is what you have to do, and embed it into their heads that you have to go to school and education is important.
Jobcare also run Rasna, a programme for ex-offenders.
I left school when I was about 15, 16. Basically, like, I was in prison, like, for robbing cars and drugs and stuff like that. I decided myself when I got out like that, I didn't want to go back into that way, like, you know, I wanted to try sorting my life out. It's very important to give ex-offenders a helping hand, like, because other employers is not going to take them on, like, you know. There's Jobcare, like, trying to give people chances, like, you know. Oh, what, we having a lovely fly, Margaret, again.
Will you make me a coffee there?
I will indeed. I know myself that I'm not going to fall back into that life, like, you know. Like, that's what's in my heart and my head, like, because I'm getting help.
One of the most exciting projects and biggest projects that we've had for Rasna is the restoration of the old Gardner Street Labour Exchange into a church building. We used to recruit people here and bring them along to our courses, so it was a building that kind of, I suppose, didn't give people a lot of hope. So we've had our guys working in this building, working with other tradesmen, renovating a building which was really in a terrible state. I mean, in this room alone, all the ceilings had to be restored. So the guys have had a chance to work with different tradesmen, teaching them and showing them the different skills involved in different areas, and they've a chance to actually explore and see if that's the sort of work they'd like to go into.
I've never done this kind of work, like, you know, and I've learned how to plaster, I've learned how to lay floorboards, I've learned how to paint They've sent me on courses, like forklift courses, cherry picking courses. Like they've sent me on a lot of things. Like I used to be shy, like I'd never go forward and ask for these things, like, you know. When I came to Jobcare, like I told them I couldn't read and write, and they brought me up to the adult learning centre, and everything went good from there, like, you know. Like I can help my kids do the homework. Ever since I started in Jobcare, like, my life was turned around completely.
This was a building that people came in who were very broken from unemployment, and they came in here to the old Gardner Street Labour Exchange to get their dole money every week. But it never gave them any more than that. It didn't give them a sense of hope. And I suppose now we're seeing, you know, the work that our Rasna guys are doing here and just restoring this old building is giving them a real sense of hope.
To get that job, it was like winning the lotto.
I've done so much for myself. I didn't actually do it for myself. Jobcare actually done it for me, like, you know. Like, they've put me in this position, like they put me on the straight and narrow.
I loved doing what I was doing, and I stopped saying I can't do it. I started to say I can do it.